Good evening, and it's great to have you with us on a busy Friday night. I'm Cecilia Vega in for David, and we do begin with that breaking news. New numbers just in. 44,000 new coronavirus cases in the U.S. today alone, a third straight day of record highs. Those cases now rising in 29 states. Texas and Florida hit especially hard, and tonight they are both imposing new restrictions to slow the spread. 5,700 new cases in Texas. The governor there closing bars a day after pausing further reopenings and suspending elective surgeries in the biggest metro areas to free up hospital beds for the expected surge of new patients. A record nearly 9,000 cases reported in Florida. Bars there now closed too. Hospitals in Arizona activating surge plans to handle COVID cases. And today, the White House task force holding its first public briefing for the first time in 2 months. ABC's Marcus Moore leads us off from Dallas.
Tonight, Florida and Texas with a stunning reversal, now shutting down bars, racing to contain new outbreaks. The governor of Texas ordering all bars and outdoor tubing businesses to close immediately and limiting restaurant capacity to 50%, 1 day after pressing pause on the state's next phase of reopening.
Today, we find ourselves careening toward a catastrophic and unsustainable situation.
Houston tonight raising its COVID alert to the highest level, warning of uncontrolled transmission. New cases doubling in less than 2 weeks. In Dallas, ICUs over 70% full.
I need you to put your mask on. I need you to help me. That's how you can help me.
New cases surging in Florida. Nearly 9,000 new infections today alone. The state pausing plans for the next phase of reopening. The governor pointing to younger people.
The community transmission is being driven by that 18 to 35-year-old group.
The state now suspending drinking at all bars, calling them a breeding ground.
I would not personally go to an indoor restaurant space to have food, even if I had a mask.
The White House Coronavirus Task Force holding its first public briefing since April 27th. Nearly 75,000 Americans have been killed by COVID-19 since that briefing. Vice President Mike Pence painting a positive picture.
As we stand here today, all 50 states and territories across this country are opening up safely and responsibly.
But the evidence says otherwise, with several states halting their reopenings. Dr. Anthony Fauci delivering a sobering assessment.
We are facing a serious problem in certain areas.
With hospitalizations on the rise in 23 states and new cases breaking records in 12 this week, Fauci says all Americans have a societal responsibility.
A risk for you is not just isolated to you, because if you get infected, you are part, innocently or inadvertently, of propagating the dynamic process of a pandemic.
Arizona now joining the list of states pumping the brakes on reopening.
When we reopened the economy, I said that this is a green light to proceed, not a green light to speed.
20% of all people tested in Arizona have the virus. Hospitals feeling the strain. Tonight, one of the largest activating a surge plan. ICU beds now at 88% capacity statewide.
We have a wildfire that's out of control, and you need to do everything you can to control that fire.
San Francisco delaying the reopening of hair and nail salons, along with barbershops. And in Los Angeles, the virus infecting nearly 30 members of the same family.
All it takes is that one slip up or that contact to have that 10-minute conversation without a mask because you felt comfortable. And that's all you need to get it.
That's all it takes, they say. And Marcus Moore now joining us from Dallas. Marcus, those cases on the rise in so much of the country, as we've been saying, but so far the daily death toll has been declining. However, now a grim warning from health officials about what's to come in the coming weeks.
Very grim, Cecilia. You know, health experts say that the death toll is a lagging indicator behind the new cases and the hospitalization. So while we have seen the death toll declining, experts say it could be a few weeks before we know the true impact of what's happening in our nation's hotspots. Dr. Fauci said today that we will likely see more deaths. Cecilia.
A lagging indicator, they say. Marcus, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.